Imagine you're in a room that is filled with people you don't know. They're strangers to you. But there are people that you have heard of and you eagerly want to get connected to or introduced to because of their successful journeys, and you want to learn from them, right? But there is this one person in the corner wants to also connect with you because maybe that person is in the same shoes, and that person approaches you and asks you this question: what do you do? Hi, this is Sonia Kamboj, and this is my Thinking Out Loud Thursdays with me over my cup of coffee, which is right here. So let's do our first ritual of having our sip together. So let's do that. So that's my black coffee with a little bit of lemon in it. I just love my coffee with a little bit of lemon. And that's the way I like it. So let's get started. But before that, a humble request: if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please do so. And if you've liked any of my videos and you could take some key takeaways from them, then please do like and leave a comment. I would love to hear your opinions of how you're finding my Thinking Out Loud Thursdays. This is a new journey like I started, and I look forward to these Thursday coffee dates with all of you. So let's get started. What do you do? It's a very simple question, but it carries a lot of weight because there is so much that a person wants to know about you through this question. And so if we take this question a very light one to say, okay, fine, I'm not interested, I'm not in a good mood today, so let me just say I'm just like sales executive, or I'm a general manager of a company, or I'm this, I'm that. So if you're going to give a very generic response, trust me, the other person will leave the conversation and go. And you never know, that person might be holding a key to a door that might open a sea of opportunities. So never underestimate who is asking this question. Any random person also might just come up and ask this question. The reason he is asking or she is asking this question is because they're interested. They're interested to know you as a person. And this goes beyond the job title or your basic job function that you're doing. That person is wanting to know what drives you every day. What is your passion? What is it that you're aspiring for? What is it that you want to achieve in the next maybe 5 years? What is motivating you? What is keeping you go every day into doing what you're doing? Is there something that you have as an objective or a goal in mind? So there is a lot that you can cook up for yourself. And please remember, it's all about storytelling. So it's not just about a brand trying to tell the story to a customer because they want that customer to buy their product. Yes, but also we need to keep in mind that we as people, we are brands too. So I, Sonia Kamboj, I'm a brand. That is immaterial how many people know me. That is immaterial. One day there would be a larger chunk of people that might know me, or they know me already, but I'm not aware of it that they know me. But I'm a brand. So right from the time that we are born, our brand journey begins. And every year that goes by, there is some key milestone that gets added to our brand story, unconsciously or consciously. But we need to make ourselves aware of it, that which is the milestone that is getting added to it. So start writing a book. Don't like publish a book right now, but write a book or carry a diary with you, and every month just add one line to your story of what you do and why you do what you do. And you will be surprised by the end of the year, there are so many lines that have got added to that. And from there, you can make a very nice story of telling people what you do. What is driving you? What is it that you're aspiring for? because this one simple question can leave a very lasting impression on the other person's mind. Imagine the room which is filled with people. That person will be asking this question to maybe 10, 20 people. But what is it in your answer that will make that person remember about you? Because that's the whole intention. When we're going to any gathering, be it your marriage functions or birthday parties or any gathering, we are communicating about ourselves because we want the other person to take some one key takeaway of our journey. So what is it, that one key takeaway that we want other people to remember about us? A point to think about, right? See, there are so many stories that we hear about, that a person was taking a flight and there was this passenger who was sitting right next to them. They started talking to each other and they exchanged their cards, and suddenly they actually joined hands on a business venture, or they started working together on a concept, and they launched some product or something together. So never underestimate this small question that comes your way. It has a lot of weight. And also, this question, the way we answer, is actually going to be perceived. There's a lot of perception people will make about you. So if we treat ourselves as a personal brand, then what is the value that I want to bring on table? What is it that I want to stand for? If I stand for trust, integrity, transparency, no nonsense kind of a person, and you don't want people to take you for granted, then what you say should stand for it. You have to be very authentic in what you talk about yourself. You cannot just be a big gab, talk big, and there's nothing. It's a hollow thing that you're talking about it. So what you talk, it has to be backed by some achievement or some milestones that you've achieved in your life. And if you're a starter, if you just started your career, then whatever milestones that you've achieved in your college or your school or your real life experiences that you've faced, etc., you can bring that on table. So it's not like that you have to be like 15 years or 20 years as a professional, only then you can bring value on table of answering this question. Somewhere down the line, we all started our careers, but yes, over a period of time, we added milestones to ourselves. But at my time, I never had this thing of adding every little thought that is coming and create my own journey like a story. But now I do that every month or every quarter. I keep adding new things to my own story. So today when people ask me about myself, there's a lot more that I talk about it. But I talk something which is relevant, something that I stand for, something that I believe in. So you need to do that. Because the other person will understand if you are just bluffing. And he's going to make a very different perception about yourself. And also, please understand that this question, one person will ask you only once. He will or she will not ask you this question again. So if you say that, okay, fine, I was not prepared for this question, and you meet that person the next time somewhere and you say that, oh, that day I was not prepared for this question. Today ask me this question again, now I'm prepared. Funny, very funny. The person will say, no, sorry, I think I know about you. It's okay. So one chance you get to answer this question to one individual whom you cannot repeat the person will not ask you this question again. Make the best use of it. It can really be a good networking opportunity for you. And if your answer has created a bit of curiosity in the other person's mind, and that person really likes the way you have come across as an individual, the conversation then takes the next level, or it becomes like a very long, interesting conversation with the other person. And also ask the other person about their journey. So how's it been with you? What is your journey like? And what do you do? And next time when you are at any event or any gathering, just observe how people are responding to this question. It's a very exciting, a thing to do. Observing people, how they are saying, what is their body language? Are they excited to talk about themselves? Are they excited to know about others too? And you will see how differently people are talking about themselves. They're painting a very rosy picture. They are so excited to paint a picture about themselves to the other people. And even if in the same event you have to talk about yourself to 10 different people, the same question, you need to come across as somebody authentic, equally excited to share your journey and your milestones, and only then you will make a marking, like an impression on people's mind. Because you never know, if that person might go and talk to the other person whom you've said about yourself, and they might say, oh yeah, I met Sonia, she was like such a sweet girl, she said these things. The other person might, oh no, she was looking so confused, she didn't know where she's heading to. And there goes what you were talking. Whatever, then probably the impression that you've made on the first person will also go down the drain. And you don't want that, right? You just don't want that. So think about it. This is a question that is going to open doors for you. This is a question that will make some good impression on people's mind about you. There are opportunities of collaboration that you can explore. So instead of saying, so people, when they ask me, what do you do? There's one response that I can give them, okay, fine, I'm the head marketing of XYZ company. Or there are times I tell them that, I'm driven by customers' experiences, or I'm part of a process that designs messages that are relevant to customers, or I'm driving customer experiences. I'm into the business of observing how consumers react to changing market trends. And by the way, I'm head marketing of an XYZ company. So make your response. So this response just came impromptu on my head, but there's a lot more differently that I talk about. There are some famous quotes that I add. There is some industry statistics that I add relevant to whom I'm talking to. If there's somebody talking, if I'm talking to is from the same trade like real estate, then there is a different approach that I take of introducing myself. But if somebody is from, say, a pharma company or from an FMCG or a telecom company, and I've met them at a conference, then there's a different pitch, elevator pitch I give them about myself. Because this comes with practice. You really need to practice yourself. You need to create a story of yourself in your mind. It's not something that, okay, I know myself, I'll cook up a story there and then I'll talk about it. It won't happen. You will then slip. There are some important things about yourself that you will miss out. So start making it a habit to write down every milestone, every month that you're crossing. Any challenges that you're facing, and or there were some tough situations and you were very instrumental in overcoming those challenges, then talk about it. You can start with maybe how you handled some difficult situations of your life, or the value that you brought on table, or there was some game-changing technique or a strategy that you brought on table, and how the whole company benefited from it. And then say, oh, by the way, I'm the general manager of the company, or I'm a senior manager in the company. Or if you're like a telecaller and you've gone to a conference and you suddenly come up with a very senior person, so you can just say that, I hear people. I hear the troubles that people go through in their line of business, and I figure out ways to improve or offer them solutions that can vanish, that can make their troubles go. So there are ways that you can implement, or you can just create your stories, right? Fact is that you need to start practicing your script. writing down your scripts. So if you're new in your career, very early in your career, it's best that you make this as a habit. Times have changed. What times were 27 years ago or even 15 years ago, now times are very different, right? Now you have so much online platforms where you can talk about your journey, what you stand for, etc., etc. But when you are face to face with the person, you can't say, okay, I'll share my link with you, just go through about my achievements and whatever that you want to know about me. No, you can't do that. When you meet a person, you need to tell what you are, or you need to share who you are as a person. Not just say, okay, I'll share my link, I'll WhatsApp you about my. So if I'm meeting somebody and I say, oh, have you seen my YouTube videos? I'll share the link. You'll get to know because I keep talking about my journey in that. A person will say, what the heck? Why can't she tell me? So you come across as a very warm, a very genuine person. And it's always good when you are asked this question and you ask this question back, then it gives you a little bit of insight into the other person's life. And you never know, you might be able to collaborate together on a project that might be good for your career. So, on that note, I'm going to end my Thinking Out Loud Thursdays with me over my cup of coffee. It was a fabulous episode, yeah? I hope you had a good time hearing me. And if there is any key takeaway that you could take from this video, I'll be blessed, so that the efforts that I'm putting in, they're worth something, right? Do subscribe to my channel. I hope you've done that. And do leave your comments as to what do you think about the content that I've shared in this video, of what you do. And if there's any other thing that you want to add, leave a comment. So have a fabulous day, and have a nice weekend too. I'm going to enjoy my rest of coffee, and you have a fabulous day, and bye. See you.